Hi guys, it's Audrey. So I have 8 books that I want to talk about, so this is my first book haul. Enjoy! So I'm going to put everything, because I got 3 books from the library. I'm gonna put them in sections, so I'm gonna show you 3 books that I got from the library in the last day of August. And then I'm gonna have classics because I have acquired 2. Filming this, I just did a unboxing video. And then I'm going to show you the last 3 books that I got when I was at Barnes & Noble on Monday. So let's just get right on to it. The first book I got was a classic that everyone should know. I mean, if you do not know The Chronicles of Narnia and The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, I'm sure everybody knows what this book is because it's cute and adorable. And then I got a historical romance that is set backdrop of this captivating romantic book is World War I. And I haven't read a lot of books that are set in World War I. So this will be interesting. I have never read anything by this author. I know she has a lot of books that just look at that. The Cavendon Hall novel, and it's by Barbara Taylor Bradford. And this behemoth I got because I want to read it in October. Look at it! It's so pretty! I'm gonna turn it this way so you can see how beautiful it is. Because it's beautiful. It's The Book of Shadows by James Reese. Every time I hear Reese, I think of Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, too. So, and classics, which one of the books I got, I didn't pay for because this belongs to my grandmother. So I got this beautiful edition of but I got Pride and Prejudice, and I do have Pride and Prejudice, just a manga version of Pride and Prejudice. So I have to read it like a manga, but it's still super cool. But it's just this cover, and the thing that makes it super special is my grandmother is an avid note taker, apparently, while reading books. So this is my grandmother's handwriting. So yeah, I'm gonna keep this as long as I possibly can, because it's a treasure and I want it and I want to keep it. I will fight people for this edition, to keep this edition. It's so precious. And the notes, for someone that has never read any Jane Austen, this will be really helpful. She also highlighted some passages, and that's amazing. I would never do something like that because I think a book doesn't deserve that, but this is my grandmother's copy, so I'll let it pass. Alright, and then the book that I just got in the book box that I made a video for, link will be in the description, is The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Now, I did go over how I got this. This book subscription box was a Christmas present by my parents, because they know I'm obsessed with reading so many books. So you can, and if you're not an avid coffee drinker like I am, you exchange it for tea or hot chocolate, just so we're clear and you can find something that you adore and that you'll actually enjoy. And also, there is a classic literature, a children's classic, and I completely forget the third one. I'll put, as soon as I look it up, I'll put it right somewhere on the screen, so y'all will figure it out. Y'all will know what I'm talking about. Alright, now the books that I got on Monday with my boyfriend at the bookstore, Barnes & Noble. I have been a member of the Dragon and Tea book group on Goodreads for since January, and I have never finished a book that they tell us about. I am so sorry, Melanie. Because Melody is such an angel, and she's so sweet. So, their October read is The Girl from the Well. My boyfriend was with me as I mentioned, and he said, "Oh, The Ring as a book." This is exactly The Ring as a book. I read the back of it, and it's terrifying. I don't know any trigger warnings in here, as Melanie and Amy from Crowns and Quills, pretty sure that's the name. I'll link everybody in the description. Promise. So, by Rin Chapito? I am so sorry if I butchered that name. I would give it a shot. And then I just randomly saw this book, and I've been wanting to have it in my possession for so long. It's The Little Paris Bookshop by Nina George. I know nothing about this book. That's basically how I go into Barnes & Noble, is I look and see all the beautiful covers, and then just pick the ones that I know of the beautiful covers. Except for Book of Shadows, when that was just a cover buy, and that was just so beautiful. And so, I literally know nothing about this book, except there is a bookshop in Paris, and since reading Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, I know I'm just an empath, and I will get into what an empath is, I promise you. But since I've watched the movie already, I just can't get past, and since Harry Potter, the first 3 books have made it so detailed, yeah, that's not gonna be really good for me. And then I just got this book, called Beautiful Ruins by Jess Walters. This cover is beautiful. Look at it. It's so gorgeous. It takes place in Italy, and which, by the way, this is the second book that takes place in Italy that I have. The other one has to deal with a mystery, and one of the main characters' dads has Alzheimer's. I haven't finished that book because there is a giant thing that I hate in those books. But oh my god, I've seen this so many times. just in bookstores in general, and just in a bookish community-esque setting. But I want to have this so bad. I wanted to have this so badly because it's just so pretty. And I love the water. No matter where I am, I love the water. Like, I love the beach. 2 new books that I want to insert here, which I'm so excited I got this, but I got Nevermore and Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. I am so happy I got this edition, and look, they didn't put stickers on either one of our beautiful characters' faces. I'm so excited about these 2. But I think I'm gonna read this one because I have a poll up on Twitter and I did have one on Instagram that has which one should I read next? This one won. So I think I'm gonna read this one. Tell me in the comments which book, if you have read both of these books, tell me which one you want me to read first. Okay? Okay. Back to past Audrey. So, whee! So, first thing is, I looked at the synopsis. That's the word. And I do not know how to pronounce this name. I'll put it on the screen somewhere so we can determine on how to pronounce things in the comments below, because I really want to know how to pronounce this name. But, the thing that got me at the library was the blurb at the very, very top before you go into the synopsis. An extraordinary literary voice makes a stunning debut in a darkly sensual, powerfully told tale of strange destiny and miraculous reawakening. Does that not sound like a really good book? And, if it didn't already sound intriguing enough to anybody, the author of Outlander, which when I first think of this booktuber, this book is the first thing that comes to mind, and that would be Salsa. If I can talk, Booktopia. There we go. I got her actual handle. God, that is so fun. So, and there's deckled edges. Like, I love deckled edges. I've never had any book that has sprayed edges. Yeah, I haven't had any book that has sprayed edges. The books that I have stacked on my bed has to see if one of the books that I'm perching you guys on is sprayed edges. None of them, well, actually, some of them are, because the Coffee and a Classic books, some of them are sprayed edges, but it's just, I don't think of it that much. So, it's just so, oh my gosh. So I'll read the synopsis, and then we'll go into the next one. Holkyeon, sorry if I butchered the name, is only 6 years old when she sees her mother die horribly and inexplainably. So, trigger warnings for death of a loved one, obviously. A child alone in the 19th century French countryside, she makes her way to the secluded convent at sea, where she is taken in as a foundling orphan and raised by nuns who teach the children the privileged to fear a wrathful God. But shy, unworldly is not like the others in this cold, forbidding place. And when she is led down a dark path by a rebellious fellow student, she soon finds herself convicted of crimes unimaginable. But death at the hands of an ignorant and falsely poisonous is not to be held captive in the convent life. Great. So it goes on saying that she is forever, the main character is forever changed. And just that, amazing. And this is a debut. It was made in, hold on, let me double. Yeah. 2002. So, I can't do math off the top of my head, but it's been a while, and I will show people on the screen how long it has been since then. So, this one sounds really intriguing, because I watch Cody's Book Corner, like her vlogs, like somewhat religiously, so I think this might be a good book for her to read. It says, from the moment it opens on a rocky patch of Italian coastline, circa 1962, when a daydreaming young innkeeper looks out over the water and spies a mysterious woman approaching him on a boat. From the lavish sets of Cleopatra to the shabby revelry of the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, which is possibly why I feel that she would like this, to the backlots of contemporary Hollywood, this book is glorious, innovative, and constantly surprising, which is fantastic. Of flawed yet fascinating people navigating the rocky shores of their lives while clinging to the improbable dreams. Yes! So, yeah, there are 2 books I've done. So, and then there's this. Monsieur Perdue is a literary apothecary. Forgive me if I butchered anything. I will put down, if I completely butcher something, I will put things in the screen so you can understand what I'm trying to say. Okay? Okay. From his floating bookstore in a barge on the Seine? I have no idea. I'll put it right here. He prescribes novels for the hardships of life using his intuitive feel for the exact book a reader needs. Perdue mends broken hearts and souls. The only person he can't seem to help heal is himself. His he's still haunted by the heartbreak after his great love disappeared. She left him with only a letter that he never opened. After he is finally tempted to read the letter, he hauls anchor and departs on a mission to the south of France, hoping to make peace with his loss and discover the end of this story. He dispenses his books and his wisdom along the way, showing the literary world can take the human soul on a journey to heal itself. That is amazing. This sounds so good. An international bestseller filled with the warmth and adventure, The Little Paris Bookshop is a love letter to books meant for anybody who believes in the power of stories to shape lives. Yes, I need to read this right now. But I have like 3 books that I completely forget that I have to read. One of them is really important. Okay, so since this is Japanese, sort of, yeah. This is a very Japanese main character, so I will put the name on the screen, because I know, but I'm afraid that I'll butcher it and say something really, really bad in Japanese, which is great, and I don't want to do that at all. So, the main character knows anger and pain. They are what she last felt before her life was brutally taken from her more than 300 years ago. Now a restless spirit, she wanders seeking those who are viciously take the lives of children. She always gets her revenge. Vengeance. She has no remorse for the wicked. Great. Until she meets 17-year-old Tart. So this is the book I'm reading for the Dragon and Tea Club. I'm pretty sure. If it's not that particular wording, I will link it down below so you can see. I love that I'm getting so much better at this. Thank you for loving and finding my messy way of recording intriguing enough to keep on coming. So, I'm not gonna read the back of this because because I know that money people might have already read this, considering that it's a basic book. That probably everybody has read. I will link the reason why I think that The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is basic underneath. Okay, so like I already said, this book, first and foremost, this book is so pretty. I also like getting mass paperback books because they are so small and tiny that I can put in them. So these are all the books that I've that I've hauled all together. I didn't think it would be smart to try and hold them all again, because I don't know why. So that was my first book haul. Tell me if you liked it, or what I can do to make it better. And then, as always, tell me something that you love to read so I can add it to my TBR. So I can be under a TBR, and then all of the links will be in the description below on A, where to find me, and B, all the things that I have talked about. Okay? Bye, guys.